Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the second episode of Isn't It Interesting? I am your host, Tess, and we are in for a very fun treat today. Firstly, need to apologize that it's been so long since I released a podcast episode. It's just that I'm a very busy girl with a lot of things going on in my life, and I'm very important, so people need me all the time, and I just don't have much, me time. So, these moments are far and few, but don't be sad because today we have a very, very special guest with us, my past and future roommate, Riley.
Hello, everybody. I'm honored to be on the podcast today, and actually I've been waiting for this and prepping for this since I found out. Which, let me just add in real quick. I had no idea this was happening until I see on Tessa's story we get a text message that she unboxed these microphones. And I'm like, Lydia, what is going on? Is this for a school project? And Lydia's like, no, she started a podcast. So that's how I found out.
I really didn't tell. Well, I think what happened was we were just saying this, but Riley was in class and Catherine was at PCM. And so I was texting Lydia and I was like, I'm buying microphones. And then I think when Catherine got back, I was like,
The day before?
What?
That you were texting and then it came in?
Yes, it came the next morning.
That's what I thought. I was like, how long has she been planning this?
No, it was literally the same day. But today is an interesting day, and I thought we'd start by discussing our thoughts. But today is February 14th, which is also known as Valentine's Day, which is a somewhat controversial holiday in this household. But I'll let Riley start with her opinions.
Okay, so what's funny is I made a list of I'm going to go and test this podcast one day, today's today, and here's some things I really think I should talk about. And I made this a month ago. The first two things on my list, number one was PDA, and number two is our hate for Valentine's Day. And I think it's so ironic that we're filming this on Valentine's Day, but it kind of makes it full circle and works so well.
Wait, I think it's actually perfect because we're both, let's just start with Valentine's Day, and then I'll gladly complain about PDA, but yeah. Ugh. Okay. Start with Valentine's Day.
Okay. So as we all know, I'm very single, and Valentine's Day is just such a dumb idea. I don't even know where to start. People posting your boyfriends, first of all, we already know. And second of all, we don't care. Actually don't care. And
he's ugly.
And he's probably ugly. And we're like, what are you doing with him? Then, all the gift giving, it's not Christmas. Why are we spending $400 on a Valentine's Day gift? Maybe some flowers would be nice. I'm a chocolate girl, so some chocolate. Beyond that, why are you spending your money?
100% agree. And to add, you have an anniversary. So why do you need birthdays, holidays, by holiday I mean Christmas or Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. Valentine's Day. No, that is too much. You already have your holidays. And I'm big, I'm big on the flowers. I feel like someday, God willing, when I have a boyfriend, I don't need a Valentine's Day gift. Just give me some flowers and that's fine.
Maybe even a dinner too. I like the idea of doing a little date, but also keep it you don't need to go crazy, right?
No, I 100% agree, but I feel like the problem here is we're both we both feel the same way.
We've never had a Valentine's Day where we've been happy, so maybe that's the problem.
Okay, but I got a Valentine's Day text from my mom, a Valentine's Day gift from Catherine's mom, and I think I have one for my grandma on the way. So I have more Valentine's than the average person.
I mean, all in all, it hasn't been an awful day. It could have been a lot worse. It's Friday. We've got some sun for the first time in a while. I got to see my friends, and we're going to go out and drink a lot. Can I say that?
Your choice.
Okay, well, anyway, we're going out, and it's going to be a great Valentine's Day. I can imagine spending it any other way, but also just, get me off social media today.
I think we should forever rebrand Valentine's Day as Galentine's Day because, like I said before, you and your Valentine, you and your boyfriend, you already have your anniversary. So you have your own day. But you know what day we don't have? We don't have a day for the gals, a day for the ladies. It doesn't exist.
No, I'm 100% agree. Actually, I would much rather be spending time with my friends.
Because we don't have boyfriends,
but even if I did.
I still love my friends so much. They're the best. No, but also, I think we just need to go back to the I don't know how to say this in a nice way, so I'm just going to say it. But, like, today I tweeted and I said, at least I have standards. And I just feel like a lot of women are posting these ugly men. So at the end of the day, I'm like, yes, I don't have a boyfriend, but I also don't have an ugly man.
No, 100%. I see some things and I'm like, oh, you're dating him? Are you sure?
Ugly.
Yeah. But for the ones who have hot ones, hold on tight to those ones.
Because we're coming out on the town tonight.
Oh, boy.
But yeah, so rebrand Valentine's Day to Galentine's Day. Everyone will be happy and no one will be sad. Except for those who don't have friends, but that's a whole other problem.
Yikes. Okay, can we move on to our PDA? Okay, so recently, and of course it's probably because of this dumb holiday, I've seen a lot of people around campus doing some stuff that they should not be doing in public. And it's funny because every time Tess sees it, she texts it, like makes, like you've very well known, and I always like giggle. But it's been like a lot recently, and we both share it, so I was like, we have to talk about this today because it's been constant and it's like actually way too much. What do you think is like the minimum that you should, like PDA that you should have?
Okay, minimum PDA is hand holding, except it should not be allowed on campus because that's disgusting. And it also blocks the, like, I'm trying to walk to class and you guys are walking so slow holding hands, I can't get around you. Like, either pick up the pace or drop the hands. But also today, Catherine can attest to this, we were walking on Franklin Street and I saw a couple holding hands and they passed me and I said, die. Oh, oops, that's a word. And Catherine was like, we're going to add that to the quote list. And I was like, I really can't do PDA. Like, you have a bedroom, use it.
No, I totally agree. Actually, I shouldn't be able to see it at all. Like, actually, I should be thinking like, oh, are they just friends? The other day, literally this week, Catherine asked, what do I see people doing? I saw someone kiss outside of Carol. It's always Carol. I'm like, can you not wait an hour to see each other? But like, why is that your goodbye?
Wait, because when I was walking, it was also past Carol the other day. This couple was like saying goodbye. And like one was going one way. Were they short?
I don't remember.
They were really short. And they kissed goodbye. I'm like, you're going to class. It's 50 minutes long and you'll see each other on the other end.
Right. You should not be even like, you'll be okay. You do not need to kiss goodbye at all. No one needs to see that. Because also at that point, you're almost like making it like so other people are involved in your goodbye. And we don't want to be, right?
We don't want to see it. I actually have started a little, I don't know if I tweeted about this, but I have talked about it with friends. I would like to make hand holding illegal on campus. With all these new executive orders going in place these days, no more paper straws. Why don't we add no more hand holding on campus? If Trump could sign that, right, maybe I'd start to agree with him a little bit more.
Does Trump believe in PDA?
His wife doesn't.
Well, then that should be a sign. That should be a sign.
Those like
wearing hats and blocking off any kind of hand holding. I'm just going to go and like slice their hands down the middle. Separate.
Just walk right through the middle and be like, oh, sorry, no hand holding.
I didn't see you there. Ugh, I can't handle it.
It's disgusting, and I'm trying to think of like other PDA that I've seen that like grosses me out.
Even hugs. Like some hugs just I'm not a hugger at all, so maybe this is a little biased, but like you do not need to be hugging. But like between classes.
I'm also not a hugger. I'm not like anti-hugger, but I don't like hugs. And to me, hugs are sometimes can be a little intimate.
Yes.
And so why are you doing it in public?
Right. Why are you doing it in public? Also, maybe the thing is like my thing is maybe if you're hugging, you're like saying goodbye, right? And maybe at least for 24 hours, but if it's going to be a short term, just be like bye. Like I don't understand the need for even a side hug would be better, I think.
Oh, those are just awkward.
I've had way too many awkward hugs. That's why I hate hugging so much. Most of them come from side hugs.
I feel like all hugs are awkward.
Yeah, I hate it. Don't hug me ever.
Agreed.
Actually, yeah, just. Yeah, well, if I do hug you, it's because I really love you, or I'm in like a weird boost of energy.
If I hug you, it's because I feel peer pressured, or usually you probably went in first and I'm just reciprocating.
Yeah, that's real.
Okay, so opposite of usual, Riley went into this a little bit, but usually I would ask the questions, but she came very prepared, so I'm just going to let her do her thing and take it away.
Yeah, sorry, I've kind of been taking over. No. But here's the thing. I recently got into podcasts. I feel like in the last stuck out to college, and I've been listening to so many. And so then when you said you were doing this, I was like, oh my gosh, like I think I just had like so many ideas because I've listened to a couple. So going into that, one of my favorites. This sounds so weird, but I love Call Her Daddy. You know what? I'm not ashamed. It is, yeah, there's weird stuff, but it's like celebrities. It's good conversations. It's like keeping me entertained. Like it's one that I don't get bored listening to. I don't like their voices don't annoy me. The ads aren't that bad. Like there's so many things that just make it more enjoyable. So I've been listening to it a lot. And today even, I love listening to it on my runs because I can just zone out, listen to the podcast, and not think about like how much pain I'm in. But today I listened to the new one, which I was so excited about because when Tess sent it to me, it's the one with Kylie Kelsey. Have you listened to it yet?
Yes, I have.
It's so good. And can we talk about, I think we're going to spend a couple of minutes talking about this because it was so good. One, she's hilarious. And I learned so many new things about her and just the way Alex handled it and was like able to feed off her. That's another thing. Alex does a very good job, she's the host, of like connecting with each of her people. And she has so many different people on there and talks about completely different things. And like she does such a good job. So she's a good interviewer.
No, because I texted my friends that, like, I text about Taylor and Travis all the time yesterday, and I was like, you guys have to watch the Kylie Kelsey on Call Her Daddy. It's so good. To start off, like, I just want to be Kylie Kelsey when I grow up. Like, I love that she's, like, just so chill, and she's so real, and she's famous, but, like, she's like, no, my life's boring. Like, and it probably is because she has, like, she's just, like, a normal person who has got thrown into the public eye and now is like fully taking advantage of it and like not in a bad way and like doing so much good with it. I'm obsessed with her.
No, yeah, she's like so chill and like so just indifferent. Like she doesn't care what anybody thinks about her. That's what I got mainly from the podcast that I like. She doesn't care what anybody thinks about her. She's living her life. She's having the best life she can. And she's kind of just like doing her thing. Like she's not really like benefiting off the fame in a sense. Well, I mean, it is helping with her podcast, but like she's not leveraging it to get money or like get people. Like she's just kind of living her life. And I think she's so real and that's how people can connect to her. But like, hearing about her, upbringing was so interesting because I was like, I can low-key relate to this. One, she said she was 5'10" in high school, which I was probably 5'10" when I was in 8th grade. So I really was like, yep, that sounds right. And like, I don't know, this is getting kind of emo, but like in high school when you're tall, you get like all these comments and stuff. And she was like, yeah, like it gets to a point where you're just like, I don't care. And you go up to these 5'6" men and you're like, yeah, you wished you were me. And so I was just like, yes, like that is the kind of confidence I strive to have. And other stuff she talked about, like just how she even, just like her dating life and stuff, it was just so funny and so real. And it was really good.
So, although I can't relate to the tall thing because I'm on the opposite side of the scale, there was a part where she talked about, she was talking about like, I never got in trouble when I was young. Yeah. And I was like, I didn't really either. Right. And then she was like, no, but like, I'm scared of breaking the rules. Like if someone tells me I can't go there, like I'm not going to go there. Yeah. That's me. Like, and Alex kept asking like, why? And she's like, no, I can't tell you why. And she was like, are your parents strict? Were your parents strict? And she's like, no, not really. And like, neither were mine. But like, no, I'm like afraid of breaking rules. And why? I don't know. I can't. And so I thought that part was funny because I was like, no, that's like exactly how I feel.
Yes, that was another thing that I like directly related to because I've like been the exact same. And it's like, well, I don't know. I just like haven't felt the need to, you know, if people around me are doing it, like good for them, but I'm not going to break the rules. And then her like college life even just seems so normal, like in like something that like kind of resembles mine and ours. So it was like really cool.
I also loved when she talked about Taylor and Travis. Everyone knows I love Taylor and Travis. Like, I'm obsessed with their relationship. I think they're so cute. I want them to get married. But then also, like, I get so annoyed when reporters and, like, people ask such inappropriate questions and just, like, wrong time. Like, just approach it wrong. I get secondhand embarrassed. It's gross. And so, like, I would love to know everything about them and, like, what they love and stuff. But, like, in a respectful manner. The way Alex did it was perfect. It was, like, 2 or 3 questions. And they weren't necessarily about Taylor and Travis. They were about Kylie and how she knew. Perfect.
Yeah. No, I think I totally agree. How she like asked the questions, phrased them. And Kylie also did a good, like, obviously it's not her business to tell all about their dating life and stuff. But she was like, yeah, I met Taylor at this. And we knew they were dating before. But like, it was so good to see her and like meet with her. And like, it was so chill and she's the best. But also like, she's just a normal person. Like it was that kind of stuff, which I think obviously we want to hear. That's why Alex asked it, but like it does kind of reaffirm that they're both good people.
And to add on to my love of Kylie Kelsey, not podcast related, but I don't know if you know like Erin Andrews and what's her name? Her podcast host, Chris. What's her name? Chris. I don't know. They were talking about when Taylor Swift got booed at the Super Bowl, and they were like, she's like the best, like she's the best like woman ever. Like she's done all this stuff. Like I don't know how you can boo her. And so they posted like a clip of that online, and then like the quote, and Kylie Kelsey liked it.
She's in support. Yeah, that was kind of crazy when I saw that. Because I feel like I was watching it when it happened. I was like, what do you mean? Why is she getting booed? And I think she handled it well, and I think it's like, why? Like, what is the point? And as like female reporters, it's good to see them like endorsing that. Like, she did nothing wrong.
And I mean, obviously you don't know how she feels, but like I've got to think if I was Taylor Swift and they booed me, I'd just be like, I just don't care.
You're at that level. You're like, I don't care. I'm better than all of you.
I have more money than all of you. My boyfriend is hotter than all of you. Like, so I just don't care.
Yeah, it's like another day. Oh, well, lost the Super Bowl. Okay. Moving on. Okay, this kind of goes with our caller daddy, Dave Portnoy. So funny. I wish he was still doing BFFs because the content we got from him like every week was top tier. And his love for Taylor too is so good. Like, he is hilarious.
Okay, I have the biggest love-hate relationship with Dave Portnoy because I want to hate him so badly because he's like a Trump supporter, but the thing is I can't hate him because he shits on Trump too, which like I'm not justifying he's a Trump supporter, like I don't do that, but I just love him. Like I can't, and like I can't. Oh, when he got the letter from Taylor Swift, do you know about this? So when he went to the airport, she wrote him a letter and was like, thanks for like always like sticking up for me and stuff. Like, oh my gosh. He was like fangirling so much. I thought it was the cutest thing ever. Like so sweet. Every time I see a funny Dave Portnoy video, I send it to you. Like there's that one video where he's doing a pizza review and the crack addict walks by and he's like, why don't you give some pizza to a crack addict? And then he's like, how's he pulling that? How's he pulling that? I think I quote that like once a week and no one knows what I'm talking about.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. That is such a good video. And I think there's some other ones, like the pizza reviews I've seen recently. I wish I could find them. So funny. Like, has he been on TikTok recently? Or have I just not on my For You page?
Okay, he was on BFFs this week at the Super Bowl. They did like an episode with him and he was like, I didn't listen to the whole thing. I saw some online. And he was like, I kind of miss BFFs. Like, sometimes I talk to myself in my room because I have no one to talk to about.
Yeah, why did he leave? Do you know the drama? Or was he just trying to, like, just, like, he had spent his time?
No, I don't think there was drama at all. I think he was like, oh, I'm getting older. Like, I need to move on.
I don't need to be on a college podcast. But it was so good. And it was so funny. And, like, maybe I'll do some research after this on TikTok, just finding more, like, videos of him because it kills me. Too funny.
Wait, a good one of him I just thought of because it was on BFS is because he knows like no celebrities and they were asking like showing photos and they're like, who is this? And there was one of like James Charles dressed as a woman and like it goes to him and right away he goes, oh, I know who this one is, Madison Beer.
yes I have seen that one. And because that was when they were doing a compilation of like his like best quotes or like moments when he was leaving the show and they made like a whole long video and it's so good. Maybe we need to find that and like resurface it because that is probably one of the best videos because it like captures all his funny perfect moments.
I say I would want to work at Barstool. Like I'm definitely not thick enough skin to work at Barstool, but I just think that like it's just like he is hilarious and he has plenty of problems. I get that, but he also like I will give him credit does so much good in terms of like he gives so much money away and like helps small businesses and stuff, which is obviously amazing to see. Very supportive of Taylor Swift, very supportive of Caitlin Clark. Like he does have like such good traits, but yeah, that whole Trump thing isn't great. But his parents hate Trump. They're from he was with Donald Trump once, I don't remember when, and he FaceTimed his dad and his dad was like, I hate him.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know much about his like political stuff or like what exactly all the stuff he does or has done, but I don't know, from what I can tell he seems just like a northern, like where is he from? He's from Boston or yeah, so he just kind of seems like a typical northern guy and he's like just makes funny content and maybe that's just me being like uneducated and kind of pushing it aside, but like it is, I mean, yeah, so it's funny and I love that we both can talk about him and send videos. Okay, cut me off if I'm going.
No.
Okay, is this okay?
This.
Okay, so my next thing is Tess and I both love to watch TV and binge on TV. And I've gotten her on a couple things. She's gotten me on a couple things. So right now, let's just do current, like what you're watching right now, what's on your watch list, and like what, and then we'll go back to like what you recently watched and loved. So you go first.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really watching anything right now. I started You because you like it. No, you haven't seen it. That's what I thought. Lydia and Lucy both like it. And I was like, oh, I like both of them and we have a lot in common, so I'm probably going to like it. 2 episodes in, so bored. And everyone is like, oh, it's so good, it's not boring. So bored. So I don't think I'm going to keep watching it. So then next on my watch list, I also don't know. I know, like, I've heard, like, Emily in Paris. I don't think I would like that. My mom sent me the name of a show that she was like, oh, if you like I don't know what it's called. If you like Lincoln Lawyer, you'll like this. And it's, like, an older show, and I love Lincoln Lawyer. So maybe I'll like that. But I do want to talk about what show I just watched that Riley put me on, Bridgerton. I think I was the last person to watch Bridgerton. Like, I don't know why it took me so long. It's right up my alley. My mom had thought I had already seen it. My sister has seen it. Like, it was just me who I wasn't opposed to it. I don't know why I haven't watched it. Obsessed. Like, obsessed. It is so good. The first season, I watched the first season in like 2 days. And then I was like, I can't watch the second season. Like, I love the Duke so much. I miss him. Like, I can't keep watching. I was like, I can't, like, I'm not going to fall in love with Jonathan Bailey because, like, he's gay and I'm not going to be able to love him because, like, I'm not going to be able to picture a life with him. Like, I pictured it with the Duke. No, I'm obsessed with Jonathan Bailey. It took a couple of days, but, like, oh my God. Like, honestly, you putting me on Bridgerton is one of the nicest things you've ever done for me.
Oh, that is so funny. So basically, Bridgerton's been out for what, 5 years at least? Like, it was COVID, I feel like, when it came out. And I want to say I watched it right around when it came out because it was like, yeah, I think it was COVID. So it's easy to watch, short episodes for anyone who hasn't watched it. Actually, I guess they're kind of long, but short seasons. And it is so good. I've always kind of been into that, like period drama, I guess is what it is, but it's like modern. It has modern music, it has modern references, it has like modern acting more so, I guess, and it's so good. And I've kept up with it ever since. I watched the latest season this past summer. It's fun to watch it with people because it is so silly and like so out there, but you're just like, this is so good, I can't stop. So when we got back, I feel like this was not even like, this was after winter break, I think. I was like, Tess was like, what should I watch? And I was like, I'm not really sure if you'll like this or not, but it has good music and I think you may like find it interesting. And I recommended it to her. And then the next day she's like staying up at night texting me that she's like halfway through. And then she's like finished. And I'm like, oh. And then I feel like you were in denial of like you said about like watching season 2 and Jonathan Bailey, because I've loved Jonathan Bailey and since Wicked, like, oh my gosh. And then you were like, well, I don't really know. And then after, I feel like ever since, she's been obsessed. And I love it because I think it's like, that's what you want when you recommend a TV show. You want someone to love it, become invested, like find all the behind the scenes stuff. And that's exactly what Tess did. And now it's fun because we get to like watch the new stuff together because they're coming out with the new season. So yeah, highly recommend to anyone who hasn't watched. Also, Queen Charlotte, did you end up watching that?
Wait, maybe that should be on my list because I started the first episode and then I was so tired I went to bed.
No, that's definitely up there. I would say it's as good as season 2. I wasn't a huge, the latest season of Bridgerton is kind of like,
I actually disagree. I think it's fine.
I think it's so bad. I think the acting's bad. I think the script is bad. Like, it's just gotten worse. But Queen Charlotte is really good. Like, really good. That should be next. And it's only 4 episodes. Yeah. Anything else on Bridgerton?
Bridgerton. I just wanted to add to the music. Like, the music is so good. I don't know if I texted you, but I think I thought it when I was watching. I was like, this music is so good. And I will say, this is random, but when I watched The Great Gatsby, the music was like Beyonce and stuff. And like, I was like, this doesn't fit. Like, it's not. But the fact that it's because they used the instrumental, it fits and it's perfect.
Yes. Yeah, I love the music. And like I was saying, it like ties in like our modern music that we love, these pop hits, but then it makes it like instrumental, so then it fits in with this like period stuff, and so it works so well. Okay, as for mine, okay, wait, I need to add a little more to like what I've previously watched. So over Christmas break and winter break, I watched Black Doves with my family, put Tess onto that when I got back. Then I've been watching a little bit of Killing Eve, which is like similar like murder stuff, but it's so slow and like I just needed something that I could like. I'm like a comfort watcher, so right. I watched Gossip Girl over break and like Thanksgiving, and I did Gilmore Girls back in like September. But now I'm watching Grey's, and it's like such a comfort. I've probably seen it 5 times now, and I can't stop though. Like I can't put it down. I like watch it all times of the day. So that's my current watch. And then on my next list, I really want to finish Killing Eve because I think it does get better. And there was something. Oh, my mom recommends these shows to me on like Apple TV. I'm like, this cannot be good. It's on Apple TV, but there was some that was good, and I kind of need to like follow up with her on those.
Did she recommend Shrinking?
Yes, Shrinking, but I didn't love I watched an episode of it. It was kind of slow. But there was something else new. I can't remember what it's called. But she finds good stuff. My mom, honestly, I don't know when she watches TV. Like, must be every night. But she does find good stuff and stuff that I like. So I need to ask her.
Because I watched Shrinking on Apple TV. My mom also recommended it. And all the moms are obsessed with it. Like, obsessed. I liked it.
They're good actors.
But it wasn't obsessed. But I was actually going to ask you about a show.
Okay, wait, I've got
Have you ever seen Private Practice?
Yeah, I started it right around when I first got into Grey's, but like it was.
I would watch it.
Yeah.
I like it. At one point, I liked it more than Grey's.
Really?
Yep. Because I love the main character, not Addison, the other one.
The friend.
No, a different one. But I don't want to spoil. So.
There was also I was gonna try. I just like haven't put in the effort, but like the Logan from Gilmore Girls is in The Resident. Mm-hmm. I haven't watched that, but I hear it's like okay. I hear it's kind of like what's the show that Lydia was watching forever? Suits. I hear it's kind of like that kind of just like constant like repetitive kind of stuff, which is kind of like Grace. Another thing though, have you watched The Morning Show on Apple TV? I recently recommended this to someone else. You would love it. Like actually one of the best shows my mom has ever recommended, I've ever seen. It's Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon, and it's based on the drama that happened on like the NBC morning show. So good. It's got Steve Carell. Like it's so good. That has to be your very, very next, like before Queen Charlotte.
Apple TV?
Apple TV. Like you can start in like you maybe need to start tomorrow.
I've actually heard. I don't know if my mom watched. That's a good one. I will. Put that on my list.
You would love it. Like it's so good. It has like the reporter stuff, and it has it's so good. Okay, and then was there another show I was gonna watch? Oh, what was the chef show that came out and like won a couple awards and that everyone was obsessed with?
I'm the only one on the entire world who doesn't like it. It's on Hulu.
Would I like it?
No, I'm thinking Beef, but it's not Beef. That was the other show.
It's like called.
What is it called? It's on Hulu. It's called The Bear.
Yes.
I did not like it at all. I'm pretty sure your mom recommended it to me. My mom loved it too, so not like just your mom, but I think I got through like 3 episodes and I couldn't do it. It's also supposed to be a comedy, but my mom complains all the time that it's not a comedy at all, but it keeps being nominated as a comedy. I did not like it.
Would I like it?
I don't know. I thought it was boring. And you think shows are boring. I don't know. Try it. And then maybe I'll like it. But I couldn't do it.
Yeah. But again, with me, like I need something that's like easily accessible in Netflix, and like it's just so easy. And to like search through a thing on Apple TV and then actually continue watching it. Like I sound lazy, but I don't know. Netflix is just like my go-to.
May I ask why Apple TV is more difficult than Netflix, or both apps on your phone?
I don't know. Something about Netflix, I can just like, I know how to work it. I know how to like set up all my settings correctly because I watch especially my shows that I've seen a couple times in 1.5x speed. They think I'm crazy for doing this, but it makes so much more sense because I've seen these shows so many times and they are kind of slow at points. I don't need to see you like together talking about the same thing over and over again. I watch in 1.5. I get through the like boring stuff, but I'm still like on edge and like can stay engaged. Maybe I do have ADHD, but
No, but this is the crazy thing. You watch Gilmore Girls on 1.5.
Gilmore
Girls is like
okay, they're talking as fast, but the plot is so freaking slow. Oh my gosh. Like, they're in the house forever, and then they're at the school forever, and then the diner forever. Like, they could have cut out so much stuff, and it's because they talk so fast that they have to get all these conversations in, but like, oh my gosh. So that's probably the slowest show I've ever watched.
just the craziest take ever, because I think anyone who's ever heard Gilmore Girls is like, I can't watch it. They speak too fast.
It's like my kind of talking speed, maybe. Okay, so you're gonna watch the morning show with Queen Charlotte next. What am I gonna watch again? What did we say?
I want you to watch Private Practice. It's not like gonna win any television awards, but it's medicine. It's Grey's. It's on Hulu.
Oh, I don't have Hulu.
Crap.
Give me your login.
If I had the password, I would, but my mom gatekeeps them. If your mom has Hulu? Question mark.
She like goes on binges. She like buys a subscription for a week so she can watch the show and then deletes it. And then she's like, or like, you're on too many, because she forgets to cancel them, and we're spending too much money. And then there's like one show that comes out that I finally want to watch and we don't have it. So if I can find it, I will definitely check it out.
Seems fair. Do you have anything else on your list?
Okay, yeah, last thing. Last thing is, so I made this, like, what did I say, back in January? And so I was thinking, like, a lot of the influencers and, like, the podcasts I listen to, they do, like, this was my favorite thing I used this month, or even on TikTok. And so since we're kind of in mid-February, I was like, what can we do that we've been using, like, every day? Like, just, like, products we love that we would recommend, or that just, like, complete us. So I'll start you out. It can be, like, I'm starting out super basic. So this is like my product of 2025, but I've actually been using it. So I'm giving like a really detailed explanation for this simple thing. But basically, my hair right now is way longer than I want it to be. I usually get my hair cut twice a year, and when I do like big 6-inch cuts. I can't remember the last time I got my hair cut. I think it was either in August or may have even been last March. Like, it's been 8 months to a year since I got it cut because I cannot fit in the time to go home and I don't have a car. And my stylist books up. So anyway, my hair has been really long, and I hate wearing my hair down unless I like put in effort to style it, like, which happens once a week. It looks bad in braids, it looks bad in ponytails. So probably 95% of the time, you're going to see my hair in a claw clip. I love my claw clips. Probably people are tired of seeing my hair in them, and they kind of do make me look bald, but I love them. I have so many because I lose them a lot. But, like, go-to product that I will continue using, I use on a daily basis, and, like, I feel like that's kind of just been part of me. Like, you see what I'm going? Yeah. You have products like this, if you could think of them.
Okay, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of something I use on a daily basis.
Or like,
I put my hair up in. Well, the thing that I was thinking was my Shark, which I don't use on a daily basis, but I like. It's my favorite thing. Like, it's not like effortless. Like, it takes like a good 30-45 minutes when I want to do it correctly. It makes my hair like every time. I love it. And I've gotten to the point where like I've figured out how to make it like hold or like last longer. Like, last time I did it, the next day it was still got some waves to it, and I was very impressed by that. Other products that might be, I don't know.
Let me give you some more. Well, first of all, you have gotten so good at that, and I want you to do my hair like really soon because you make it look so good, and that's like a perfect example. Another thing I was thinking of, like, we both got for Christmas the Longchamp bags. Like, I love mine. I get to like bring it around. I feel like 10 times more stylish and basic, but still. And it just, like, I brought it to the airport, I brought it traveling, like, it works so well, and I feel like it just makes me feel better. So it's like a product I've been using recently that I love.
Last weekend when Lydia and I went to the coffee shops and stuff to do work, I brought that bag instead of my bag. I actually didn't even bring my backpack to Wilmington. I left it here. I felt like, this is so dumb. I was like, wait, like, am I like growing up? Like, am I like an adult? Like, I'm not like a little kid with a backpack anymore. I don't know. I just felt like a little more responsible, and maybe my work was more important, which it's just not that important. I'm studying for French, but I felt better, and I feel like feel better, do better. So
100%. It's a big part of like when I finally dress up once a week, or like when I bring something, or even when I wear like my dumb blue light glasses, I'm like, this is making me more productive. In reality, probably not, but it feels like it, you know? Kind of going off that, one of my resolutions for the year was to get better at my makeup. And so my mom put me on, because no one really taught me how. And I like didn't wear any makeup ever. I started wearing mascara when I was 16. That was the only kind of makeup I ever wore. I hadn't done anything before that. I started wearing concealer when I was probably a junior in high school. And I probably started doing my brows when I was like summer before. So like I've barely worn any makeup ever. I'm no one like I just haven't learned how to do it. And so I was like, well, now I'm in college. I'm like putting on makeup a lot. I'm like my appearance. I don't know. It like feels like it matters more, but it probably doesn't. Anyway, my mom. I was like, I really want to be invested and like spend time and money to do this right. So I need like foolproof stuff though, like easy products that you can like put on and use. And so she found it like on Instagram ad probably, but like 3 little like tubes, like thick tubes, kind of like Rare Beauty. They have like their stuff, but like one's a contour, one's a blush, and one's a highlighter. You put them on all at the same time. They're like super like consistent, but they blend so well. And I feel like they just like make my face look all, I don't know, it just like it works better and it gives me like a better base. And I've never had that before, so it's like eye-opening to me to have this new makeup and like look different.
I like that one. I never wear makeup like ever like to class. I mean, the fact that I never skip class, and I feel like that should be an accomplishment in itself. So to then put on makeup for class, that's just not gonna happen. And it's not the putting on the makeup part, it's the taking it off. I hate taking off mascara. It's my least favorite thing in the world. Actually, you know that mascara, what's it, the one that like comes off? No, the like clump one. You know what I'm talking about? Tubing mascara. Thank you, Catherine. Catherine from the audience, or live audience. Lydia's mom was wearing it the other day, and I was like, "Do you like it?" And she was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I need to get some," because that's why I would wear mascara every day if it wasn't so annoying to take off. And I swear, every time I take it off, I wake up the next morning and like there's like black underneath my eye.
Yeah, I've been using that. My mom again put me on. It's the brand she uses is Thrive, and it's tubing mascara. The problem is, my lashes don't curl, and so Thrive isn't enough to keep them even like a little bit curled. So I have to like do waterproof, and that's what takes a while to come off, and it like ruins my lashes. But I think like if you can get your lashes to hold a curl easily, perfect. Like it works so well, and it's nice. Like it is like almost waterproof. Like I would wear it in the ocean, and like it wouldn't come off unless you put pressure on and like moved it off your eyelashes. So this is a lot of deep into mascara, but like definitely recommend if you don't like waterproof.
Catherine said they're big into philanthropy. She says that they go to women's charities, which is another reason to support. They also today on my I had a French test today. When do I not? And we had to choose a woman that was famous. Obviously, I chose Taylor Swift. And we had to talk about their I swear this has a connection. First, we had to talk about their physical appearance. So I said she was tall and blonde. And I said she had blue eyes, which I think my professor might be like, why does she know this? But you know what? Whatever. And then we had to talk about their personality. And I said she was nice. And I said her songs are sometimes like a little crazy because they're like, she's very like in depth and like she's a little crazy. But I said, but I love her for that. But probably didn't say it correctly. But that's what I was trying to say. Mais j'adore ça. Elle. I said ça at one point because it's her songs. Oh, because I like her music. Whatever. Anyway. But the last question is, what values do they support? And so I'm like, I have an idea. I can't say it in French. So I was thinking, how do you say women rights? Couldn't think of that. So for values to support, or like value, I was like, I said she values her family. And then I said, she values her family, period. She loves them.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's hard. I remember because I took French in high school and like getting those prompts and you're like, I can't think of the way to say this to make it like sound better. So then you have to go with the only thing you think of, and it's like the simplest word. And you're like, hopefully at least I'm getting the grammar right, but not the meaning. But that is funny because like she does do all that. And that's funny that you chose her for that.
They also said you have to do one sentence in the past tense. And I'm like, okay, first of all, that I know how to use past tense. I have to say that's fine. But didn't really make sense with the prompt because it was like, oh, what's their personality and physical appearance? That's not past. So I just wrote one sentence at the end. She was born in the United States.
And that'll do it. A+ for Tess. She's acing French. You're done after this though, right? Yay. And then she's going to go to France and speak fluently.
No, I'm not. Is there anything else you wanted to add?
That's it. But my next list, I'm going to try to get all new things and like we'll check back in like a month or two. Oh well, if I can make it back on.
I think that I will definitely have you back on. I've had a lot of fun talking today. I like that we both kind of. Okay, there's a car doing donuts in the parking lot that's not open. It's the same car Seth has. Do you think it's Seth? It's probably Seth. Well, they might have just did one circle. Now they're gone. But anyway, it was great having you on the show. I loved. Oh no, they're coming back. I loved talking about just like random stuff that we agree on because it's always fun to talk with people who agree with you.
Better when everybody has the same ideas as you.
I just like hate people with different opinions. They're just wrong. But anyway, I had a great time. And stay tuned on the podcast. Please subscribe because I have a very special guest, my roommate, present, future, and past, all three, who will be on the podcast soon. I'm hoping very soon, but I don't know. Sometimes we get busy. But she will be the next guest. Hopefully tomorrow night, but I do not make any promises. But anyway, please subscribe down below, and we will be back very soon. Thank you.
Bye. I had so much fun.
Bye.